The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, you can feel the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit here. Everyone expects, in one of the greatest amphitheatres in this part of the world, the Estadio Más Monumental. So we're very much on the way now. Argentina have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Picked out, he's had a shot! Oh no, what has happened here?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Olise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now, can they get him away? Shoots! Sensational from Eto'o! He's got himself an absolute peach. And it's Argentina in front. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Benfica really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And he was quick to react. Olise. Now it's Messi. Now it's Seedorf. Knocks it into space. And the shot! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice. And they are soaring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Argentina are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Olise. Distributed tidily. Messi. Oh, this is a very good run. Oh, that's fabulous. Olise. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. Pedri. Now it's Haaland. Olise with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Kukçu. Oh, nice one too, very nice. And they can counter here. He's picked his way through. Eto'o. Big chance! Eto'o with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Locatelli. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And it's Locatelli. He steps in, and that's the end of that. João Cancelo. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, good-looking ball. It's a searching pass. Now this could be a chance. Donnarumma gets it clear. He's found a way through. That's very neat. He's free, he has got space. Judge! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
A case now of complete control. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Pedri. Threads one in. There's the shot! Caught offside that time. Baresi. Belletti. Ball played for Rijkaard. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So let's get the ball rolling. Benfica not having the rob of the green at the moment. They are trailing. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Kukçu. He's a sharp little ball here. No, that's been intercepted. That's a lovely, neat pass. Little pass back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Çalhanoğlu. Locatelli. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And it's Pedri. Tries to pass it through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now it's Eto'o.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Messi. And now the breakaway. Olise is onto this. Delivered low.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
That is good alertness. Caceres looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Baresi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And a chance! And yes, it's there! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Argentina really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 3. Número 4.
So we have movement on both benches.
Número 20.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this?
Entran número 16. Número 19.
Bellingham.
Número 22. Número 9. Número 14.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Batistuta. Messi, and he's managed to get free. Messi! Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Beckenbauer. Benfica, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. That's destined for the flank. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well read, nice interception. Doku is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Argentina do have a chance to counter here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Kukçu. Into the last quarter of an hour. Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! A finish of true class! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
Well, they're just...
Chance! Oh, good finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Mbappe, he's shifting through the... Shot at goal! And that's a tiny finish. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager.
Oh, great leap! It's a goal! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Benfica may be down, but not out just yet. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Pepe. Big chance! Chance for a shot! That's another chance! Oh, he's been caught napping! And we have our very first corner. Argentina are looking to go forward now.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Looking for options for movement. And this is Messi. And Messi! And no mistake. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
And that is as far as it goes. Benfica cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
Gianfranco Zola is special, always engaging to watch.
One of those players who just makes you smile.
Yeah, the little magician from Sardinia lives up to the name in every possible way. And speaking of size, he made small great with his weaving trickery and dribbling brilliance.
And it's Cruyff. Puskás. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Kunde did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great vision. And he welcomes it in. And here's Roberto Carlos. Passing nice and neat. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Oh, that was no routine save.
Kukçu clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bale. Xavi Alonso. Can he get it through? That's going wide left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Kukçu gets into a good position, goes for goal!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Pass somewhat off target. Costa Curta. No goals as yet. Roberto Carlos. And it's Cruyff. Well, that looks a decent ball. And here's Haaland. Solar. Oh, shooting chance! He scored! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
After 21 minutes is number 10, Gianfranco Zola. Gianfranco Zola. Gianfranco Zola.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And it's Kukçu. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get good chance here. Locatelli. Benfica are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Cruyff is in a really good position out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Schneider. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's hit Haaland! It's hit the upright. Kukçu.
Benfica are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Vitinha. Nice sequence of passes, this. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's under a lot of pressure there. Cruyff. Vitinha to Cancelo. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's straight offside. Now the delivery.
That's good defensive concentration.
It's Bale! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Chelsea are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Solar, just the keeper in his way. Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos. Kukçu. Passes short and sharp. Applies the finish! Great effort, but no way through.
Minutes has been indicated.
Schneider. Xavi Alonso. And it's Xavi Alonso. Haaland. Spread out to the left. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Costa Curta. And it's Locatelli. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bale. Roberto Carlos. Puskas. Oh, good spread. Vitinha. Now it's Puskas. Cruyff. Big chance! It's in! It is an explosive start to the second half.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Benfica, after 53 minutes, is number 10, Erling Haaland.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Look at this. Can he finish? Tries from a long way out. Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught napping. Drives it in. And a chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Locatelli.
Benfica are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
No, he's not getting any further than that. Xavi Alonso. And the pass is intercepted. Kukçu. Now it's Haaland. It's a really well-measured ball. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That has not gone well. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And he welcomes it in.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Bale. Number 17, Erling Haaland. Number 23, Schneider.
João Cancelo.
Number 10.
Now, can they get him away?
Coming on the field.
And the shot!
Number 11, George Best. Number 9.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Number 20,
Best.
Vinicius Junior.
He has found the way through.
Number 8.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Thuram. Ball's gone out of play.
Substitution on the field. Number 14, Xabi Alonso. Coming on to replace
Benfica
him.
perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Busquets. Substitution in progress.
That is good alertness. Thuram. And it's Zanetti. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Busquets. It's McManaman. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Over to the right flank. Looking to play him in. Nicely spread. Best picks it up out wide. Crosses it in. Shevchenko! Off the post. It's a goal. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Number 8, Steve McManaman. Steve McManaman. Steve McManaman.
Substitutions taking place.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Foden getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
So the lead now. Decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Chelsea palpably stronger, better, superior.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell.
Best! Now, how often do you see that?
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
It's an exciting looking ball, that. Thuram. And it's with the keeper. Zanetti. It's a pretty loose pass. He's a sharp little ball. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. And they are right back within touch.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
So could they be onto something here? That's a little off target. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Doku.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
5 minutes to add. Mateus. McManaman providing an out. It's McManaman! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Steve McManaman actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which...
Header! And he hits the net! Deep into injury time! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Thinks about the shot. And the finish! And they've got rid. And we're done. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. Shot a goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Haaland. Tries to pass it through. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. James. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Çalhanoğlu. Knocks it into space. Doku gets into a good position. Bastoni is there to clear. Xavi. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Chooses to go cross-field. Well, that pass isn't the best. Beckenbauer. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Knocks it out wide. Serginho. In towards the backs. He leaps for it. Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
There's a sharp bit of ball here. Doku in acres of space out wide. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Now it's Vieri. Great vision. That ball looks a good one. It's Vieri! Roberto Carlos. Pedri. Here's Doku. And he's intervened well there. Bellingham. Xavi. And it's Davids. Serginho finding himself in space. And this is Xavi. No way through, so back it. And the shot! Doku. Looking to play him in. Now it's Doku. He's shifting through the gears here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Koundé. Beckenbauer. And it's Koundé. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Doku. That is ended up in no man's land. Bellingham. Here's Rafael Leao. Played into space. Now the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Koundé with the clearance. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bastoni. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Davids. Serginho. Impressive jump! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be...
There's the shot! Koundé is there, and he can get that clear.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Zabani. And here's Bellingham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's a decent clearance. Oh, he's rising! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Benfica currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Away we go again.
Benfica can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Bellingham. That's destined for the flank. Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, good climb! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Played out wide. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And they're back on the ball again. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Bastoni, and it's Serginho, and he's managed to get free. Serginho, terrific effort! Koundé. There could be trouble here. Vieri charging. Vieri! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 11. Número 10. Número 3.
Right card wins the duel this time.
Vão dar os seus lugares a
Benfica still have the cards to affect this game.
Número 18.
Bastoni,
Número 47.
Davids, and here's Vieri. Now it's Xavi. Oh, that's delightful. Picked out brilliantly. Yep, it's a corner. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Towering header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Pedri. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Vieri. Played out to the left flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can he find a finish? Oh, what has happened here? Has to go back here. That has been slung wide.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 14. Número 13. Vão dar os seus
Some
lugares
resolute
a
defending there.
Número 5.
It's
Número
over the
4.
line, and that'll be a goal kick. Costa Curta.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Out towards the flank. James crosses. Here's a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Puskás. He's found a way through. And the shot! Goal! Just one goal in it now. Game on! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Chance for a shot! And he should have made them pay.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Spread out to the left. Chance, surely! It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Doku. Now it's Cruyff.
keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Out of play for a throw. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Played into the box. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Benfica really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Neymar. Kvaratskhelia. He's had a shot! Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And he's straight offside. Koundé. There's the crossfield ball. And it's gone back to the keeper. Khan, a picture of dependability itself. So that's it. It is all over. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited.